It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And front and center is Sam Laporta. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Lions and the Niners under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in at 15-0, 1 win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their 6'4" QB from the University of Tennessee. It's Joshua Dobbs.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100.
And right away, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here we go, start.
Back to throw Dobbs. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
A 15-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Here's Williams to return. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. First carry now for David Montgomery. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You look at this Niner defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4. Coming right. This is Montgomery on the toss. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's gone. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Gone. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Badgley able to knock this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's 2nd best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. Here's Dobbs to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Go. Ready.
Now Dobbs. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Ready. Check. Panther.
McCaffrey running up the middle. A little juke. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing here, Dobbs. This is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Niners have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd down and 4. Now Montgomery running right. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 52 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The toss play to Montgomery. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw is Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Goff now looking to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Michael Thomas, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are once again back in front.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Dobbs. That is caught and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Let's go now.
Dobbs. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple.
Here we go.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Okay,
so here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Set. Set up.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Dobbs. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have taken the lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point try now for Moody. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun on third down, Goff. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd and 5 from the 8.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have yet again retaken the lead.
Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Ready, ready, hut. Ready, ready.
Dobbs is throwing.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. And avoids the contact by sliding. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let go. Go.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Back to throw, Dobbs. It's caught by Jennings. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
On the 6. Ready.
Back to throw. Dobbs. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Let go.
Back to throw again.
Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Here's Dobbs to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Patrick Mahomes, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith, strong in the victory, as his guys managed to cobble together their third win in an otherwise dismal campaign. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back to Montgomery on second down.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Gone.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Montgomery. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
They try again with Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now it's gone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Thomas with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he's up past the 45-yard line.
9 yards that time.
Ready, break.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Throwing here, Dobbs.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here we go. Ready. Hut, hut, hut.
Now Dobbs.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
On the jump.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Dobbs.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Come on, set. Go.
Back to throw. Dobbs. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Got it. Ready?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Dobbs. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. St. Brown motioning left.
Play action. It's Goff.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Well, San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Ready, ready.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd and 3.
Set.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Goff now looks to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. To throw is gone. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. Badgley able to punch this one through.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Let's go now. Ready.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Let's go. Ready?
Dobbs. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Oh, some strong running.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
2nd and 5.
Montgomery on the counter. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Now Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Lions 1st down, and that's the one that should seal a victory.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Handoff comes to Montgomery, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he stopped behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Ready.
Now Dobbs. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Ready.
Dobbs.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Lions,
they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.
thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.